I am Nitin Nagpal from eMango, and we will be conducting this workshop on CUET for the VGS students, covering all the important points that you must know in order to take the admission into the undergraduate courses into the central universities. So, if you allow me to share my screen, I'll just present the presentation. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so uh, in the next 5 to 10 minutes, we'll be covering this all the important points through this presentation, and after that, we'll be open to the Q&A session from your end. So this is a workshop on CUET 2022, that is Common University Entrance Test. It is an important message for class 11th and 12th students regarding the latest changes in the admission procedure of 45 central universities. Until now, the admission used to happen on the basis of the class 12th board marks. Different colleges used to have different cutoffs, and based on those cutoffs, the admissions were taken. But it is no longer so. There is a common entrance test, that is CUET, that every student who passes class 12 will have to go for if he or she seeks admission into any course of central universities. There are 45 central universities, including Delhi University, Calcutta University, Jamia University, Bombay University, Chandigarh University, and so on. So CUET and CUCET, they both are the same, and it is conducted, as I said, for the admission to the undergraduate courses or programs at central universities. It is conducted by NTA, that is National Testing Agency. NTA is the same agency which conducts the NEET, JEE, and other national level entrance exams. So it will be in the first week of July. The forms are already out for it, and it is a computer based entrance exam for the admission. Now, in the admission, only the 12th marks will not matter. The 12th board marks, various universities will be using the 12th grade mark for their minimum eligibility criteria. I'll just throw a more light on this later on. So, CUET is must if you seek the admission into any undergraduate course. Now, what is the eligibility to appear for CUET? Now, note it very carefully that this is not the eligibility for the admission into any college. This is the eligibility to appear for the CUET exam. A candidate must have passed the 12th from any recognized board and must score minimum 50% marks for general category and 55% mark for the SC/ST category. And candidate should not be failed in any one or more than one subjects. He should be passed or she should be passed in all the subjects. This is the minimum eligibility criteria to appear for the test. Now CUET entrance test will be having four sections. Section 1A, it will be having 13 languages. You have to choose you will have to choose the languages from this. Section 1B, it will be having 19 languages. Now, section 1B has the languages like German, Spanish, French, and other languages. Section 1A is having English and other regional languages. Section 2 will be having 27 domain specific subjects. When I say domain specific subject, I mean maths, science, physics, chemistry, biology, accounts, economics, business studies. These are the domain specific subjects. And section 3 will be having the general test. A student can select maximum three languages from section 1A and 1B taken together. So, suppose you choose two languages from section 1A, you can still choose one language from section 1B if you want. A maximum of three languages you have to choose, a minimum of one. And similarly, a maximum of six domains you can select out of 27 domains from section 2. And general test is mandatory for all. So I'll tell you how this combination works. A candidate can take maximum 9 tests in the following manner. There are two types of combinations possible. For example, a student chooses two languages from section 1A and 1B and six domain tests from section 2, and then one is section 3, that is the aptitude test, general test. This is the first combination possible, wherein you are choosing two languages, six domain subjects, and one test is of aptitude. Now, combination two is if a student wishes to choose three languages, then he or she has to choose five subjects out, maximum five subjects from the domain subjects, and then one aptitude test that makes a total of nine tests. Now, it is also very important to note that choosing the languages from section A and B and domain specific subject from section 2, the candidates must refer to the requirement of his or her intended universities. And choices must match university standard. For example, if a student wants to do course X from Delhi University, or say I want to do BSc in physics from Delhi University. I'm just taking an example. So I need to refer to the universities and its requirement. What will be the requirement of it? So in the domain subject, I may need to choose physics as my main domain subject. So a candidate, while choosing the languages and the domain subjects, must refer to what are the requirements of the university in which he or she seeks admission to. Now, the exam will be conducted in two slots. One will be the morning shift. In morning shift, there will be one language test. Only one language test will be there, and in which there will be total 50 question. Out of that, you will have to attempt 40 question, 5 marks for each question, five right for each correct question, and the total marks that you will score is 200. And the time will be 45 minutes per language test. In the same morning slot, out of the chosen domains test, you will be able to give two tests here. Two tests, 40 question each test. There will be again 50 question, out of which you will have to attempt 40 question. Per question correct marks 5 marks and total marks 200, and again it will be for 45 minutes for this. Similarly, in the morning shift, there will be one language test, two domain specific tests, and then one general test in which there will be 75 questions and you will have to attempt 60 out of them. And for each correct question, you will get 5 marks, total marks will be 300. So, this is the morning shift. Then, in the afternoon shift, just allow me a second. In the afternoon shift, you can give the language test, the remaining language test, and again it will be 40 question out of 50, 5 marks per question, 200 total marks, and 45 minutes. And the remaining domain specific subject, for example, if a student has chosen 6 domain subject, 2 will be held in the morning slot and 4 will be held in the evening slot, afternoon slot, that is, right? Candidates will be awarded 5 marks for each correct answer, and there will be a negative marking of 1 mark for each incorrect answer. So, while doing the test, you have to be very meticulous that you will be having negative marking here, and 0 mark if you do not attempt any question. These are some important dates. As I said, that the forms were already released in the first week of April, and the fourth week of April will be the last date to apply online, and last date to submit the fee will be the last week of course, fifth week of April only. Then online correction window is there, in which by first week of May, if you want to do any correction into your form, then you will have to do it in the first week of May. In the first week of June, you will be issued the admit card, and entrance exam is in the first week of July. Answer key will be in the fourth week of July, and if you want to challenge any answer, then fourth week of July is the same time, and first week of August your results will be out. Now, how to apply? You can visit the CUCET or NTA website. You have to apply there online. You can register using your mobile number and email ID, etc. They will ask the information. They will ask you to upload the photograph, signature, scanned copy of signature, and some documents. Then you will need to pay the CUET fee, and then you'll be good to go. Now, why 12th board results still matter? Mr. Kumar is the chairman of UGC, that is University Grant Commission. He said that admission to the central universities will now be not based on 12th marks. but universities will still use board marks as a qualifying criteria. For example, a university may say that okay, I want for this particular program, I want to keep 80% or 85% marks as the minimum eligibility criteria. In that case, you will have to score those many marks. So this gives university a free hand to set a minimum eligibility criteria of marks scored in the board. That is why board results still matter. Secondly, the syllabus for the six domain specific subjects is completely NCRT based. Any student who is preparing well for the board exam stand a good chance of securing good rank or marks in the CUET merit list. What will happen is that NTA will, after you give the exam, NTA will prepare a merit list. The rank or marks will be there. Based on that and the minimum eligibility criteria, universities will give you admission into the specific course. Now, if you prepare well for the board exams, as your syllabus for the domain test is going to be NCRT based, so you stand a good chance, and your chances of getting admission into desired course and desired college increases immensely if you prepare well. Now, what? Let's talk about the syllabus. As I said, that the entire syllabus for the domain-specific subject will be 12 NCRT books only. Say, if I choose physics, maths, and chemistry as my main domain subject, then the syllabus is going to come from the NCRT books only. And as far as the aptitude test is concerned, it is going to be general mental ability and general reasoning. All those types of questions are going to come. Application fees, this for different categories for general, OBCs, SC, ST, and all this is the application fee. And with this, I'll just end this presentation, and we will be open to the Q&A. If any student or anyone is having any question, would be uh, happy to help in the best way possible. I can see there are more than 50 students right now.
Students, can you please raise your hands and put up your queries?
Yeah, okay. So
So
I can
I
see,
think
okay, I can see Nilay
yeah.
Nair. Nilay
Yes.
Nair is wants to ask. Please go ahead, beta.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Good morning. I'm mother of Nile.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask how is this CUET system is different from the previous cutoff pattern?
Okay. So previously, what used to happen, ma'am, different colleges and universities were taking their own decisions. They were taking the marks of 12th board into the account. It used to happen that a student is getting 98% marks, but he is not getting the desired, or she is not getting the desired course in the college. Now the colleges and universities will not be issuing their own cutoff list. Students will be giving this test. This will be MCQ test, and after the test, as I said, that NTA will be issuing a merit list in which the ranks or the marks will be there. Now universities will take the admission through this merit list. Okay, for example, for this particular course in St. Stephen College, this should be the rank in the CUET. Then I'll be eligible
But
to
still
apply for the course.
the cutoff percentage demand is there from the universities, as you said, that they might put the eligibility percentage system of for appearing class 12th.
Yeah. So what happens
So
is
now
that
it is an additional burden on the kids to clear the CUET also, apart from the percentage system.
see, ma'am, it brings both pros and cons with it. Yes, we feel that okay, the students will have to give another test now, but also it reduces a lot of burden. What kind of, because the students will now not need to sit for different exams, because earlier different universities also used to conduct its own exam. For example, in Delhi, there was JAT test, Joint Entrance Test as well, right? So now the universities will be keeping a minimum eligibility criteria, but they will not be that high rank cutoffs like 99.9%, 100%, 98% cutoff. Those cutoffs are not going to be that high. They'll be keeping a minimum eligibility criteria, 70%, 80%, 90%, whatever they will be deciding. Of course, it will not be going that higher, because there was a lot of immense competition. Ki if even if I'm getting 98%, I do not know whether I'll get the admission into my desired course or not. This may not happen now. So this is the difference that has been brought. One, there is ease. Students will not have to apply for different entrance exams of different universities. Second is, there will be not this high competitive pressure on the students. Okay, I have to get 99%, I have to get this much percent if I want in St. Stephens, or it may be if I want in Kirodimer or any other college. So these colleges were having high percentage cutoff, which may not be there now.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Kiran, I'm happy to take your query.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, I have few queries. The first one and the most important, which I feel is related to the multiple options that the students had earlier. When they were applying for the DU colleges, they would choose their courses. Say, for example, if by any means they do not get admission into the computer sciences BSc, so they could opt for mathematics or BComs or BMS or likewise. Say, for example, humanities students can go for honors courses or BA program. So there were multiple options, but here when I was trying to fill up the form, the option for the subject selection is only one. We cannot select any two. And then the problem begins, because when I have to select the domain subjects, if I go for let's say physics honors, my DU, it requires only PCM. But if I go for biochemistry, it requires PCMB. And if I go for a commerce, it requires best of fours, that is any one language plus three main domain subjects. So the selection of the subject now becomes a very difficult option for me. So how to go about it? Because we definitely want more than one option. We don't know whether my first option would be given to me or not.
Yeah, you are very rightly said, and this concern has been raised over and over again in the different domains, different platforms, not to us only, to the various social, print media and all. Students and the parents have been asking this question. If earlier there was an option, as you rightly mentioned, okay, if I'm not getting my desired course, then there was a plan B, plan C. I'm according to my cutoff, I'm getting those results. What news that we are hearing from CUET is that. This is just in the news itself. Nothing has been confirmed from CUET that students will need to choose. Okay, they'll need to choose the subjects which are most near to the course that they want to opt for. Now, they say that it will once the merit list will be issued by NTA, like earlier times. Uh, the colleges and the universities will be issuing a list that to these courses your rank in CUET should be this. To these courses your rank to CUET should be this, and these are the combination of subjects that you must have taken. So they have already recognized it, and we are getting that this problem will be resolved in this way. You choose the subject which is most near to the relevant subjects of the courses that you are going to opt for. Number one. Number two, once your rank is out, the universities when will issue the list that okay, this is the for these courses, this is the rank and these should be the subjects. Then you will have multiple options at that time, because the universities will be giving the combination of lot of things. For example, if you are saying you want to do BSc in physics honors or something, and then if that is not there, then BA in this thing, right? BA in say maybe English. So it will be giving an option if a student has given the exam in the English, and then physics is not out of question. So if student is not getting admission in the physics, then English he has given the test, he might get admission into the BA honors English, provided he is into the cut of this rank list. This is what we are hearing from CUET.
No, but there's no clarity, and the forms are open now. So, we are not able to process it further when we come to this particular tab that we have to select one option. If the university is so open about selecting any course, then why they are giving this tab there to select one particular subject? Because this is creating a lot of confusion. If only the cutoff, the exam rank is important and selection of the subjects can be taken later on, then why they are making it mandatory to select one particular subject? Because that then closes the thing. Because afterwards, if somebody claims that he or she is not eligible for this particular course, but then I want to take my second, third, fourth option, then they will say, no, it was clearly mentioned that you have to select only one. So that will create a lot of confusion, dilemma, and prospects are completely closed for that.
Yes, yes, it is creating dilemma. Yes, of course, I do agree that. But here the university is what is saying that okay, you go. What is CUET saying is that okay, you go to university, check out which courses you want to do, what you which and say I want to do these six courses. For example, I want to do BSc in physics. I as a backup, as a safe option, I also want to take BA in psychology and BA in English honors. Then, if I want to take these 4 to 5 courses, one is the 3 courses that are desire. One are the 2 courses that I want to take as backup or the safe courses. So you will have to choose 6 to 7 courses, and based on that, they are giving you option to choose the subject. That is why they have given option to choose maximum 6 subjects from
I
the domain.
understand that. Subject selection option is there. We can go for 6 because hardly 4 or 5 are required. But if they are giving 1 or 2 extra options, so that is keeping us secure, so that like we can opt for other options also.
Yes.
But for selection of the option is not there. That is the main problem. They should have given like what is your option 1 for the subject selection, option 2, 3, at least minimum of 3 or 4 options should have been made available. Only then the form is complete. So in today's format, the form is completely it's incomplete in all respects, because the main the thing that a student wants is like what subject he or she is going to select, and that is one point which is not clear. So how to go about it? And see, there's even in the form there is no such asterisk or some highlight which suggests that in this form you can select any one, and later on according to the ranks you may be offered any other subjects. So at least some point should have been there, so that some clarity is there with respect to this thing.
Yeah, there is.
But there's no such and no point is mentioned. There's no footnote in the form which suggests that beyond this one particular subject that we are selecting, if I am not eligible for this, on the basis of my rank, I may be given another selection option. So that is a very, very, this is the foremost thing which somebody, the applicant requires, and that is missing in the form.
Yeah, in fact, not only in form, the UGC and or the CUET, they have not cleared it anywhere, even in their documents, right? Nothing is, no guidelines have been given on this right now. So all they are doing is, okay, choose the subjects that are most relevant to the course that you want to do, and refer to the various universities. So there is no clarity on this. Though what maximum we can do is, once again, I'm reiterating what I said. What maximum we can do is we can make a list of the courses and list of the universities that we want to go for. And for these courses, what are the best, nearest possible subjects that I must choose, so that whenever the list is there, whenever the admission is going to be there, that a subject I have already appeared for. This is what best we can do right now.
Is there any platform where we can share our grievance related to this form?
They are not yet open for the grievances, I think.
Because if they can't take the grievance, then how we are going to fill up the form? See, the DU system of taking the bachelor student and a UG student is very different. And it has always been like, because if I am a science student, a non-medical one, definitely I would like to either go for physics, maths, computer science, these are the 3-4 main subjects. And if due to any reason, like if the cutoffs are very high, then the science student has an option to jump to commerce subject also, and jump to the humanities courses also, with definitely a reduction of 2.5%. That was the earlier thing. But here, everybody in Delhi, and I hope in the audience also, everybody is looking for admissions in Delhi University colleges also. Hardly anybody will be looking for any other. Yes, they may be few, but with respect to Delhi University, we are not able to fill the form.
Yes, there is.
So if you are at a level where you can convey our grievance to the board members or the people who are in the GU looking after the admission process, it is a sincere request to please convey this grievance on behalf of the parents and the students.
We'll definitely try to do that. We'll try to put forward the message. There is also one more problem that is there. You just mentioned that before. Earlier it was there. If I'm okay, I'm a PCM student, so I want BSc in physics. If I'm not getting that, or due to any reason, if I'm PCB students, I'm not I don't want to go. I want to go for say psychology honors, right? So currently, what happens is student will have to choose the psychology subjects, even if he is not studied in class 11th and 12th. Earlier, there was an option to go for the psychology, even if a student has not studied the particular subject in class 11th and 12th. But now, if the student has not chosen psychology in the main domain subject, whether he will be given admission into the psychology if he seeks. So all those there are such kind of requests and grievances as well. We'll try to put it forward to the main authorities wherever possible, and then it is rightly said. So yes, there is a lot of confusion.
Thank you so much. Just one small query, one more query. Like in the for science student, it used to be one language and the other main subjects. So here they are asking for appearing for two languages. So is it mandatory, or if a student goes only for English, so that will be sufficient? And point two, like for English, you're not specifying whether the syllabus is from NCRT. So what would be the syllabus for this? Because for domain, you're saying it is the NCRT syllabus, what they have studied at 11th and 12th level. But for English, you haven't specified. For languages, it has not been defined.
Yeah, so language they'll be testing on the vocabulary, reading, writing, other comprehension, other skills of the languages they'll be testing, not the literature and all. They'll be not testing the language on that. The vocabulary,
Okay.
the reading, writing, comprehensions, all those skills that are usually tested in various languages tests like IELTS, TOEFLs, and all over the world. So those skills they'll be testing.
And the students from science background, they just have one language. So they will.
It is not
be
mandatory. It is not. Yes, tell me. They said that.
Is it?
No, it is
Is it
not
mandatory or?
No, it is not mandatory to take two languages. The student can take one language.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Anyone else is having any query? Yes, Angel Rajpal. Angel Rajpal, I'm happy to take your query. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes. I wanted to ask a question about the whole slots thing, the morning and the afternoon shifts. The test in the first slot is basically about one language and one or two maximum two domains and general tests.
Yes.
Yeah. What you're saying is that the same test will be continued in the afternoon shift, or if we are only taking like only two domain subjects, so it will end in the morning shift itself.
Say if you're taking only two domain subjects, then it will be ending in the morning shift only. So if you're not taken more than one subject, and then also it depends that which domain subjects that you have taken. So there is less clarity about that. So say for example, in the morning shift they are conducting. There are 27 total domains. Out of that, in the morning shift they are conducting only 5 domain subjects, and you have chosen the 2 domain subjects out of those 5. Then you are done there. But you have chosen one domain subject out of those 5 and the one from the evening shift. Then you will have to sit again in the afternoon shift slot.
Okay, so if I have given my language test and I have given my domain test, I don't have to continue it in the slot 2, right?
If your both the domain tests are conducted in the morning, then you will not have to sit for the evening test, and you have
And
not chosen any language for the evening session also. Then you are done.
all right. So is it mandatory to like do two languages, not only just science but for any other stream? Is it mandatory to take two
No, it is not
languages?
mandatory to take two languages. You can take one language too.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else is having any query? I'll be happy to take that. Anyone from the school admin is if they want to ask something on the students' behalf. Okay, then best of luck for your upcoming CUET exam. Best of luck for your upcoming board exams. and best of luck for the rest of your life. May you keep shining. May you keep bringing laurels to the name of VGS, and have a happy life journey ahead. Best of luck, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.